This video will cover some of the mistakes that beginners face when they start their mindfulness practice. Beginning to practice mindfulness is a big step. In and of itself, the action means you're trying something new and being open to it, so kudos. Here are some major mistakes that you should avoid. First, having expectations of immediate quietness and serenity. Mindfulness often feels like a game of whack-a-mole and a conscious effort. It's hard not to feel like you've failed when your mind wanders if you assume that it won't. It most certainly will. Some days are better than others, but the mind does its thing. We have to respect that. Judging your thoughts is just another thought. Similarly, rejoicing at how your mind is completely serene is also a thought. It should be treated the same way as every other thought, just acknowledged. Rather than trying to purge it, it is best to simply shift the focus back to the present, for example, to the breath. The second thing is assuming mindfulness will always make you feel better. Most of the time it does. However, practicing mindfulness will bring things to the surface that weren't previously acknowledged: feelings, thoughts, and facts. They're not always good, hence, it could cause upset. The thing to remember is that you're always better off knowing now rather than finding out in 6 months' time when it has grown into a monster and manifested itself through a crisis. Thirdly, the struggle to get the perfect form. There's no need to sit up straight if it makes your back hurt. If your quads are too tight, there's no need to cross your legs. You can assume any position that is comfortable but promotes wakefulness. The cushion doesn't have to be a certain perfect size. You don't have to log every mindfulness practice on your phone. You're only doing this for you, not for the sake of perfection. The fourth mistake is only meditating when you're really stressed. While most people pick up practice in order to deal with stress, it makes sense to practice consistently. It's okay to skip a day here and there. However, it is important to not rely on meditation as a remedy for just the bad days. Otherwise, it is the equivalent of only deciding to go to the gym once you've put on weight. The fifth thing we're going to talk about is feeling you have to do it for a certain length of time or it won't work. For example, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, once a day, twice a day, in the morning and going to bed, and so on. It's hard to know what the dose response curve is for mindfulness. The best idea is to meditate simply for as long as you can, and that's all. For more content like this, visit thinkingclearly.co.